I guess you guys see this, right? Well, can't catch a break kind of situation. Wife texted me last night / this morning on the way home. I was still on the road for work and said, "We got a big leak under the sink. There's water all over the floor. There's water all over the sink. Oh, carpet. The carpet is soaking wet. Oh no, it's a bad situation," she says. "Whatever were we going to do?" I said, "Well, cut the water off the valve, clean the water up underneath the sink, and I'll look at it tomorrow." So instead of going to Mama's today, I go to Mama's tomorrow, and I start digging into this sink. See if I can find a leak. Hopefully it's just one of those little water pipes or something. Or it could be that old faucet up there on top. I'm not going to show you the top of my sink very well. Boom. And forgive the dishes, because we could not wash dishes because the sink is down. I'll get the dishes, don't worry, before somebody comments. But there we go. That's what we're going to tackle today, my friends. So we have started with digging out some tools. Started this plumbing problem. See if we can fix it. Now let me tell you something. You see that halogen light? I've had that thing for years. You want to talk about now, it'll light up a situation. You know what I'm saying? But man, if you touch it, get ready for second-degree burns. We're going to try to set the phone up underneath here. I'm not sure how well this video is going to come out, but we're going to try. We're going to see if we can figure out what's going on with this plumbing situation, and we're going to take y'all along with us. Okay, let me show you guys what I have found out here. You see the faucet? Well, this appeared to be wet around the faucet, really. But the issue we have is when you turn the faucet on, look at that. Yeah. Water goes everywhere. So it has something to do with said faucet. Woo! And it's not easy to get to either. Oh, what I told you guys, it wasn't easy to get to. Look at all this stuff. I want to take all this piping off of here. And just because the faucet, is way back up in there, which you can't see very well, but yeah. Alright. Yeah. Anyway, it's back up in there. So the easiest thing to do, because I'm going to have to take the faucet off, and I'm going to have to take this plumbing out and all that kind of stuff. So the easiest thing to do, best I can tell, is just take this stuff loose. Just get it out of the way. Yeah. Well, let's see. Might as well turn this water off. Because we're going to have to anyhow. Let's just go ahead and do it. Because I'm going to have to disconnect these pipes. And that's not going to be fun. And try not to break anything. Let's see. Yep. Turn the water off. So yeah, there's an issue there. Most definitely. Most definitely. So I guess no reason in wasting time on it. Might as well just go ahead and see if we can get you guys set up and, well, start tearing stuff apart. Well, hopefully you guys can hear me because I'm on the wireless mic, and I'll try not to bump the phone no more than I have to. But I want all this out of my way. I could take it off probably without removing all this stuff, but I'm thinking it's just going to be easier, so I'm just going to try to remove this whole unit by itself. Let's see if we can't disconnect this from the garbage disposal and not lose any of our gaskets and stuff like that. Let's try this without taking it loose from the sink. If we have to take it loose from the sink, we will. But let's see if this just gives us a little more room here, like so. And then we'll remove this from the dishwasher. See if we can take it loose here. I got my pot underneath here because I don't know how much water is going to come out of this, if any. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, I figured some would. Come off there. Oh, jeez. They probably need to clean it out anyway. You know, how often do you really take your pipes apart and look at them and clean them out? Probably not very often. And, you know, stuff gets in there. I don't know. That still might be in my way. This for sure is. So that means, let's see, I got my handy dandy Snap-on toolkit over here. That's right. I don't know if you can see it. 100-year edition. It's like her sister got me this a couple years back. And I think it's been like one of the best freaking kits I've ever had. I love this thing. I've tore up more stuff with it. When I say tore up, I mean tore up. Yeah. Let's see if we can get this loose real quick. See how much water we lose here. This is the dishwasher drain. Yeah. I don't want to lose that for sure. Set that over to the side. Set that over there. This to scoot out of the way for now. Okay. Yeah, I don't. If you take these loose, a lot of times they will rust. So I wonder if that turns. Oh, unturn it. Yeah. I can just get that out of the way a little bit. Oh, yeah. That'll help us. Now we're going to have to disconnect these pipes going up in there into the faucet, because the faucet's leaking like nobody's business. So we're going to take it loose from here and then from here. Alright, I'm not going to bore you with that. That's pretty obvious. I'll be right back. So I'm trying to keep as much of this water contained and this pipe stuff that I can. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not really sure even how well the water turns off down here. It's been a while since I turned those little valves off, so I don't know how much water actually leaks through there. Okay, so there's one that's loose, and there's some water coming through it. It's not completely off, by no means, which worries me, because when I take this one loose, obviously I can't put the pot under it, because this one has a line that comes off of it. This one's going straight down into the on-off valve. And that means if it doesn't turn off really, really well, I'll have to go to the road and turn the freaking water off. That is a hassle. A hassle. But water will be all over my house if I don't. Because that little drip there, if you can see it, I'm not sure you guys can see it, that you see here where it's not completely turned off. So this valve isn't completely turning the water off. So that would make a pretty good mess here on the cabinet. Sure would. If it sits there and drips like that. So I hate turning the water off at the road, because then when you turn it back on, the jolt under the house, you know what I mean. Pipes could be weak somewhere, boom, and there you go. Let me get this little light off and I'll get back to you guys. So yes, as I figured, we gotta take a walk to the road, turn this water off, because I can't, well, if I take the line loose in there, then water's just dripping, because those valves, they've been there a long time. And when you try to turn them off and on, well, obviously, the little seals in there, dry rod. Let's see if we can dig through all this grass. I hate putting my hands in this. You know what I mean? When you don't know what you're getting into. Where's the hole? Look. See if there's any black widows. No, I don't see any. But what you have to do, there's a valve down in here you have to dig for. If you don't turn it on and off often, and you dig for that valve, you try to find that valve. And that's what you use. And this one is deep with mud. Sure is. So, that's going to take me a minute, friends. I'll see y'all here in a little bit. Finally got it. I know you can't see it down in that hole, but there it is. Finally got it dug out. Water's off. Let's go back to the sink. So we're back in the house now. We can go ahead and take off. Let's see where I laid my pliers. Doggone it. Oh, there they are. I know, Simba boy. Simba boy. I got water dripping from every pipe, guys. Everywhere. As you can see, I even got water dripping here. I mean, why and how is it dripping from the garbage disposal? Answer that for me. I don't know. Let's see here. Let's see if we can bust this loose again. Gosh, I'm trying not to. Well, here's what I don't want to do. I don't want to break these plastic or PVC pipe going under the house. That would be, oh Lord, that'd be a job. This stinking faucet, you know, it's not worth me having to climb underneath the freaking house. And trust me, I do not like going in these houses. I could have a job with pest control or something if I wanted to climb in these houses or being a plumber. But no, credit to all you guys that do this. Okay now, what a world. Let's hold this together. It's not, heck, the freaking threads isn't that long. At Mama's old house before it burned, Easter time. Jesus. I was constantly, bless her heart, I was constantly plumbing something, fixing something, you know. But when your house starts to get old, let's see. So that is just held on with 2 screws. Alright. When your house starts getting old, this is what you're going to expect. Plumbing issues. The wife says, I want an old home. I want to get an old home. Victorian home. Well, you really don't understand what you're saying when you say stuff like that, because it's not like people are going to change out the plumbing before they sell the house. No, they're going to dump that sucker, right? Absolutely. Just like it is. And then it's your issue once they dump it. And a lot of them old houses have galvanized steel piping, which is a pain in the tail. You don't want... My sister's house, galvanized steel piping. And she doesn't want to drink the water. I don't blame her. Okay, guys, let me get some of this stuff out of the way. Get this off before I break that. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way, and I'm going to look up underneath there. See what it's going to take for me to take this faucet out. Because it's got to come out. Either way, either a new one goes in, because I don't know what's wrong with that faucet. I don't know why it's dumping water all over the place. I've been having trouble with it. It doesn't want to turn up the top, right? So, you know, this is a very expensive faucet. I personally would just go to Walmart and buy me a freaking faucet, but no. Well, wife has to have these $300 faucet, I reckon. Just because it says Delta on it, you know, doesn't mean it's good. Okay, all right. I'm gonna yank this out. I'll get this video is already gonna be long enough, and I'll get back with y'all later. Well, here we are. What's left of the faucet? Yeah, she's been in there for 10 or so years. So, I mean, really, we got our use out of it. I believe it was messed up down in here somewhere. I'm not sure. Maybe in here. But it was clogged up. And trying to buy the parts to fix it, really, it's not worth it. It would cost more. So we just went and got us a new faucet. The new version of that faucet. Here she is. $119 for a freaking faucet. But that's about what we paid for that 10, 11 years ago. So we're going to install that bad boy right into there. Back there. Oh, here's my barbecue. I cooked that on my smoker a while back. I found it in the freezer, letting it thaw. Wife put it in a Ziploc food saver kind of thing for me a while ago. I don't know. But anyway, that's what I'm having for dinner when I make my slaw and stuff. Oh, by the way, she eats nothing off the grill. Only I do, so it makes it hard. But I'm not going to bore y'all with installing this. It's reverse of what I did to take it out. When we get it back in, we'll go turn the water on, and I'll get back with you. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, so this piece here is an adapter plate. Has a couple, just in case, you know, the faucet you buy has two cutouts. You can use it that way. If not, this plate slides on like so, and it'll go here on top like that. Alright, then you grab your old faucet, the new faucet here, and what you do is you have to start weeding these pipes down through here. Get them all into the hole there. Best you can. Push that back in there best you can. That should lock. I don't know if it does. Okay. Alright. That says front. Yep, that's what we want. Let's see. Well, it's turning. Like so. Now we have a few extra parts here I gotta look at to figure out what it is, like this. That was slice it is, so I gotta look that up. The little tool, for some reason, I got these little old things that look like gears. Don't know. That's weight that pulls you pull out your faucet, spray, put your faucet back in. That's what that does. Yeah, something else I don't know. So, that's where we're at. So, let's see what we come up with here. Alright? But you can see the faucet looks good sitting up there. It's almost the same color as the other faucet. So, we gotta get back underneath the sink. Okay. So, let's see what we have. You'll have to forgive the background noise in there. Well, my wife is watching I'm a Survivor Sanctuary, which is the most important thing in the household. So, you may hear that. Let me see. I'm assuming this goes like this around the piping. Okay? Right? This little gray tube. And what it does is it goes up top there and holds the old faucet to the sink. So let's see if we can give that a try. So let me lay down on my knees here, boys and girls. Let's see what this looks like. Gotta get another small pipe in there. Whew. This isn't easy, by the way. Not easy on the old back. I have the slightest idea how this goes. This is just a guess. And apparently I'm wrong. I would think that it's kind of hard to do this. Golly. I seen the grooves in the top part of that pipe, so I just assumed. There it goes. Okay, it's starting to tighten up. There we go. I don't know how tight to make it, to be totally honest. Well, let's hop up here and see if our faucet still turns. That's the main thing. Whew. Yeah, but it's got to be tighter than that, guys. So we're going to do a little more tightening. But I'll try to get you in here and show you what I'm talking about in just a minute. Give me a second to get this tight. I got all of my pipe and stuff everywhere. This is going to be a long video, guys, for sure. And I understand that if you don't have time to hang around and watch the whole thing, because it is a long one. But if you do, man, that's like awesomeness, you know. I have my wireless mic on, so I'm not sure how well it's picking me up down here. I'm probably knocking around everywhere too, probably. But see your hand, you gotta get your hand up in that little section. Oh, let's see, a little water right there. Now that's kind of odd. That'd be my luck. Freaking things may be cracked. I don't know. That's my luck. No. Let's see now. Oh yeah. Smooth as butter. Okay, now. This little black pipe. It's got to clip onto the other little black pipe, which allows this faucet to pull in and out. So now we got to find that. And let's see how that works. But yeah, that's odd that's dripping, considering I have meat in there. Right on top of it, too. I don't know how that would be. Unless it's condensation where the meat was froze, have it laying in the sink. And the condensation formed underneath it and made a drip. I don't know. Yep. Who knows? Who knows, boys and girls? Alright, we clicked that in. Okay? So that's clicked in. Now, that says hot. That says cold. At least they labeled that. That's good. That's good. Well, let me show y'all kind of real quick what I've got going on here. Alright, I'm gonna flip you around. Maybe, if this thing stays locked. See up in there? That's what I've been tightening. Drop the faucet down through the sink. And then I tighten up that gray piece you see there, right? See where I clipped the black pipe together? Right there? Yep, that's what pulls through the sink. And the little faucet, you know, that pulls out here. This here. Okay, well, let's just put it back together, basically, and we'll see how it works. I'll get back with y'all here in a little bit. Yeah. You got a little plumbing. No. No. Not my favorite thing. Alright, so there's the end result, people. End result. Back together. Pipes are ran. Cleaned everything. Let's turn this water on at the road. And let's see what kind of leaks we're going to have. Water back on at the road, boys and girls. Here's the big test. Let's see how many leaks we're going to have. Oh. Turn it on. Yeah. Turn it on. Don't see any leaks so far underneath there. Voila! Water's running. Get the pressure out of the pipes. Oh yeah. Yep, it's getting warm. So that's hot side. That's correct. Cold side. Correct. Man, water pressure is great. That tells me that other one was for sure. Let's see, rotates. That's like it should. That's telling me the other one's for sure stopped up. Oh man. Don't see any drips. Don't see any leaks anywhere. That's always a good sign. I love that. Heck yeah, boys and girls. Well, for now, we'll say another successful fix here on the Average Joe 76 channel. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up, like, subscribe, leave me a comment. Until next time, well, I got a mess to clean up. Whew. Let's get it done. I have a yard to cut and need to clean my shop out a little bit. Well, I just got a lot to do. Oh, but we got it done.